Today we're going to talk about speaking question 1 on the Toefl IBT. We'll briefly look at 3 main points. These are what kind of topics the question might cover, the information that you'll need to include in your answer, and how to make the best use of your 15 seconds preparation time. So, let's get started. Speaking question 1 is called an independent question. It's described as such because, to a certain degree, you get to choose the main subject of your answer. The question is designed to see how well you can talk about familiar topics. There are 4 main subjects that the questions can be drawn from. These are people, places, events, and activities. So you might be asked to talk about your favourite teacher, a regular holiday destination, a cultural event from your country, or what you'd like to do on the weekends. These are just examples. It could be other things as well. Well, that should give you a general idea of the range of topics that might be covered in the question. As I said previously, the question is designed to see how well you can talk about familiar topics. That's true, but it's important to remember that the examiner will expect that you answer the question in a very specific way. What I'm trying to say is that even if you are very fluent in English, you will not do very well on this question unless you follow a certain, rather formulaic structure. When you are doing practice examples for this question, you'll notice that the questions always ask you to do 3 things. The first is to describe something, i.e. a place you go to on weekends. And the second is to give reasons that explain why you go to that place, for example. Finally, it's very important that you give details and examples to support your reasons. For example, it's not enough to say that you regularly go to the beach because it has lovely weather. You must also add details about the advantages of the weather, such as, this means that I can swim every day and get a great suntan. It's all starting to sound just a little bit complicated, isn't it? But don't worry, once you've practiced answering a few questions, you'll see that it's really not so difficult. Another really important aspect of this question is making sure that you use your preparation time well. Did I mention earlier that you will have only 15 seconds to prepare your answer once you've heard the question? It's not very long, is it? It's really just a time to note down a couple of key words that you can then use to structure your answer. So what kind of keywords should you write down, and in what order? Well, it makes sense to use your notes as a reminder to help make sure that you include all the information asked for in the question. Do you remember what that information is? That's right, you need to describe the topic, give reasons that explain why you chose that person, place, event, or activity, and provide details and examples to support your reasons. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier that you need to provide at least 2 reasons for your choice of subject in your answer. So, you've just been asked to answer the following extremely interesting question, sarcasm intended. What is your favourite place to visit on weekends? Describe it and explain why it is your favourite place to go. How should you best use your preparation time? Well, my suggestion is that you simply write 1 or 2 words related to each part of the answer. Watch the screen closely while I show you some sample notes that I would make if asked to answer this question. I would start with Victoria markets for my topic, then put CBD, food, and clothes for my description, meet friends and gossip for my first reason, last Saturday for my first example, and cheap food for my second reason, with market versus supermarket costs for my second examples and details. So I hope that you can see how I can use the notes in my preparation time to do 2 things. The first is to make sure that I provide all the information required in the answer, and the second is to help me keep track of what I'm saying and extend my answer. That's the end of this lecture for now, but keep listening if you'd like to hear me giving a sample answer for this question. My favourite place to visit on weekends is a place called the Victoria Markets. It's a big market located in the CBD, the Central Business District, and it has an amazing quantity of food and also lots of clothes. One of the reasons that I love to go there is that it's a great opportunity to meet up with my friends and to catch up on the latest gossip. I did this last Saturday and I found out that one of my friends was pregnant and that another one was having a party. Another more obvious reason why I love shopping at this market is because of the abundance of cheap food. I regularly do my grocery shopping there and it always costs me about half as much as if I went to the supermarket.